Good day. I'm Lawrence Patterson of Patterson Innovative Consulting Services. Welcome to the Windows 8 How-To series of videos where I show how quickly you can start using Windows 8 without frustration. This video is on changing the default program that opens or views a file and what is file association. In this video, I discuss how I went about changing my default PDF viewer from Windows 8 Reader to Google Chrome, concentrating on the following concepts. What is Windows Reader and what does it do? What are file extensions and file associations along with why they're important? And how to update a file association for a program that isn't listed. As we review the concepts, please note that this example can be used to change other file associations so that you can easily take control of which programs open up what file extensions. Viewing PDF documents is something we all encounter, and Microsoft has included it in Windows 8 as Windows Reader, a program that allows you to view PDF, XPS, and TIFF files. Both XPS and TIFF are currently not used that often. XPS was Microsoft's attempt to replace the PDF standard, and TIFF is a graphic file type used to store faxes electronically. Unfortunately, Reader opens up the PDF file in full screen, which I'm not fond of. What I prefer is to open up my PDFs in the window, which Google Chrome does, and it allows me to view a PDF alongside other programs or other PDF documents. Before we get into how we set up Chrome to be a default PDF reader, we need to have a quick intro into file extensions. A file extension is the 3 or 4 character code to the right of the last period in a file's name. Computer programmers over the years have designated certain file extensions to be opened up by certain programs. Examples being .doc for Microsoft Word version 2003 and previous, .docx for Microsoft Word version 2007 and greater, .jpeg, JPG for pictures, .html for web pages saved to your hard drive, .mp3 for music, .exe for an executable. There are hundreds of files and extensions in use by Windows 8. You can view the extensions by moving your mouse to the top right-hand corner to expose the Charm section of Windows, then moving the mouse down to Settings and left-click, then left-click on Control Panel, left-click on Default Programs, and left-click on Set Associations. Finally, scroll down to the file extension of interest. As per the example from my system and looking at movie and audio file associations, I have a mixed bag of various programs that are the default program for each file type. Now, if I were to install iTunes, the majority of these movie and audio associations would be updated to the current default program of iTunes. In this example, we see the Cornwall Business Directory PDF that I downloaded from the web, and the default view is that of an icon to the left of the file name, in this case the Windows Reader icon, and the file name itself. At this stage, I still don't know much about the file other than the name and the icon associated with the program that will open it. So I'm going to change the view by clicking on the View tab and clicking on File Name Extensions. Now I can see the extension. Back to the view, I can click on Details that allow me to see the date modified, file type, and size, which becomes important if you're attaching this to an email, and hint, smaller is better. Lastly, you can set this view to all folders going forward by clicking on View, Folder Options, View tab, and then Apply to Folders. Now that we've established why file extensions and associations exist, let's change the default program. But first, we cannot assume your copy of Windows 8 doesn't already have the program we want to use as a PDF viewer. Depending on what's been installed by the PC manufacturer or whatever programs you've entered previously, they may in fact provide you with a PDF viewer that suits your needs. So let's check out what we have. Right-click on the file and move your mouse over to Open With, and moving the mouse further to the right, you'll see Reader. Click on Choose Default Program. As you can see, there are a number of programs that say they can open up a PDF. Sometimes you have to experiment to find the right program, so don't be afraid. Just be aware that what you select may not work at all or in a way you want. If you tried another program and it doesn't work for you, just repeat these steps to select Reader as your default and try again. In this example, Google Chrome isn't listed, and I'm going to left-click on my desktop to bring me back to Windows Explorer. There are a number of ways you can figure out where a program's executable file is located on your C: or local hard drive. If the program shortcut is on your desktop, you can do the following. I'm going to use Google Chrome in this example. Right-clicking on Chrome, then Properties. In the Shortcut tab, reviewing the target and if necessary the Start In fields, I'm able to surmise that chrome.exe is located in C:\program files in parentheses x86/Google/Chrome/application, which you'll want to write down or memorize. Next, and very important, left-click on Cancel so that you avoid saving any typos on either the target or Start In fields, which if you did, will cause your shortcut to no longer function properly. Next option, which is necessary given Windows 8, is to use the charm search to find a shortcut for the program you want to associate to a file extension. Note, in using search, it doesn't always provide you with an answer, as I found out with Google Chrome. That being said, it does work for the majority of programs, and we'll use Microsoft Office Word 2013 as an example. Go to the top right of the screen with your mouse, wait, steady, till the charm menu appears. Left-click on Search. At Search, type in the program you want. In this example, I'll type in Word. As only Word 2013 has the ability to open up PDFs, as well as edit them, I will right-click on Word 2013, then left-click on Open File Location. Windows Explorer will open, and among the list of shortcuts presented, I'll right-click Word 2013, then left-click on Properties. As it isn't obvious what the full path name is, I'll left-click on the target field once and use my Home and End keys to move back and forth till I memorize or note the file location. Back to Windows Explorer. Right-click on the Cornwall directory, left-click on Open With, choose Default Program, More Options. Then scroll down to the bottom. Left-click on Look for another app on this PC, and from there you'll be presented with an Open With Explorer window. Now in this case, Chrome isn't in C:\program files. It's in C:\program files in parentheses x86. Towards the top of the Explorer window, left-click on Windows C: to move back one folder level. Use the vertical scroll bar till you find Program Files in parentheses x86 and double-click. Once again, use the vertical scroll bar till you find, then double-click on Google. Double-click on Chrome, and then double-click on Application. Finally, double-click on Chrome EXE. At this point, the PDF file will open up in Chrome. Close the browser tab containing the PDF and go back to Windows Explorer. Now you should see the Reader icon for the Cornwall Business Directory replaced with the Chrome logo. When I first did the above and after double-clicking the Cornwall Business Directory, Windows Reader opened up the PDF. Without getting into conspiracy theories, sometimes programs have to be told twice before accepting the settings you want. So if this happens to you, right-click on the Cornwall directory, left-click on Open With, left-click on Choose Default Program. Make sure the Use this app for all PDF files is checked, and left-click on Google Chrome. At this point, all PDF files going forward should open up in Chrome. This is Lawrence Patterson saying thank you for your time, and I'm available for hire to deal with your business or personal needs. Just email me at lpatterson@pix-ov.com for further details.